Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Robocraft after a very long break. And of course, welcome to a first video in which the Fast and Formidable patch has just hit. The Fast and Formidable patch has added and changed quite a lot to the game, but the main thing it has now changed is that everyone has access to 2000 CPU in order to build their robots, and all CPUs will be matched against each other. The reason being, the smaller you build your robot, the more energy and thus the more energy regeneration you have, because of all that CPU is now apparently taking up the energy required to keep the robot whole. So this robot here, which is a fairly mid-sized robot, I believe it's, 1016 CPU, has access to a grand total of 15,388 energy, which is on the bottom left. However, if I go to a brand new bay and simply go in there to build something, it's now made of one block. As you can see, it has 21,499 energy, which is honestly quite a lot, which means it'll be very difficult for very small robots to actually run out of power, whereas very large, very tanky robots may struggle a little bit in terms of offensive capabilities. I do have one bit of worry in that this is going to really promote tiny little builds, perhaps a gun on a leg, or the old tiny flappies or reapers or whatever you used to call them. But honestly, I think this is going to be quite an interesting way to balance the game, and at least it's going to stop my biggest gripe with the game before I left, and that's mismatched CPU battles, because now it really doesn't matter building big or building small. It's completely up to you because everyone has the CPU and both sizes have a negative and a positive. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into a quick match using a Robo 14 here, and we're going to see how a mid-range, fairly badly built robot will do, and then after that we'll go completely massive, build a huge tanky robot, see how that does, and then build a very small robot. I'm not sure if we're going to do one video for each, or if we're going to just do it all in one video. We'll see as we continue. It depends on how long the battles last. And we're going to do this in Battle Arena. But before I go, I would like to showcase something which happened just before I started recording. I did a very quick test match. I simply did a quick elimination battle, and the results at the end were a little bit annoying. The very first battle back into Robocraft after months of not playing, and this happens. A legendary item, the Ghost module, the modules being some of the most expensive items in the game, in the premium slot on my free-to-play account. What a nightmarish start. That is horrible beyond belief. Well then, let's continue, shall we? Here we are on the brand new map in Battle Arena. Now I've decided to remove the flak so that we're a little bit cheaper, a little bit less CPU heavy, and so we have more power. So our lasers and our plasmas can be fired for a little bit longer. Hopefully that will make some positive differences. Now this is the first time I've ever actually been on this map, so expect me to do some really stupid things. Poor Vanguard. There he is, hello. And we're just going to chip away at this tower as best we can. So many sparkly effects. There we are, one line done, but now we better defend against it, otherwise they could very easily just steal it off us. Going for the shredder as much as I can, and there we are, the shredder has been removed. Ooh, hello. You have PSKs. Let's see if we can take away those. These lasers feel very weak. Perhaps I should go for a larger variant. Ooh, you have a power module. Ow. And none of you are actually going for the seam. Oh dear. There we are, second tower is ours regardless. Hopefully that'll hit a couple of them. It looks like it may have, so let's see if we can do some plasma damage to the guy with the shredder. We should really go for the medic, but if we can take off the shredder, we can do so much. Sadly, yes, we did manage to do it thanks to our ally there backing us up. The plasma feels fantastic at the moment, I've got to say, just because of how long you can keep on firing for. Also, I really should put a medic gun onto this robot. That would make it a lot easier. Mr. Shredder's back. Go for the Shredder as much as possible, and there it goes. Thankfully, he's a very frail robot. I think he's trying to go for as little CPU as possible while still having the legs. That way he can fire the gun for a little bit longer. Oh! Well, thank you there. I just jumped and you jumped right into me. That is the guy with the medic. Can we finish him off? Almost. Hopefully his friend there doesn't actually have a med gun. Bit suicidal here, going right in for it, but there we go, we get the kill. We really should be going for that last tower. Ow, 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 ow. Shredder there did a lot of damage to us. Uh-oh, we're down. Someone help me. Thank you, EMP. Am I still alive? Really, though? Yes, thank you, team! And thank you, little guy with the medic gun. I'm gonna go for the last tower. Oh, I feel so bad for the enemy with the Proto-Seek. In fact, that's the guy who's now calling us hackers, I believe. Thank you, recorded evidence to the contrary. Ow, 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 hello, Shredder. Oh look, it's a little Shredder helicopter. That's adorably terrifying. And actually killed me. The Shredder must be fantastic on smaller robots. Wow. That was awesome. It must be fantastic on smaller robots because you have a longer amount of time to be able to shoot, so you can keep at the maximum fire rate for a much longer amount of time, which would just be awesome. Much longer amount of time, much greater amount of time, more time, essentially. I like this bit I'm using, though. It's not very well made, but it's very enjoyable. Sprinter legs feel a bit slow, though. I think I may have accidentally put a bit too much mass on them. These are the smaller legs, because that's all I could afford. What on earth is he talking about in the chat? See, this is why I wish we could disable chat, so we could disable nonsense like that. There's the little chain shredder fellow. Let's see if we can get a bit of revenge.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack.
There we are. Once again, wish I could disable chat. I wonder if that's actually able now. I haven't seen anyone mention it, so I can't imagine it is. But maybe it's able. I have to have a good look at the options after this battle. Oh, Chain Shredder fellow who thinks everyone's hacking. Chain Shredder. Proto-Seeker. It's been a while. %50% health, but at least we still have our legs. Let's go for the rotors if we can. Get him to the floor so he can't do his job. Oh, really? He fell in range of the tower? There he goes. A few more points for us. It would be very nice to get a Protonium crate. I'm trying to remember all the terms now. It's really weird. Oh yeah, glorious.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. The bottom fusion
There he
tower
goes.
is captured.
Well, that robot there definitely has a little bit of lag. When I killed him... Oh, we actually managed to get the tower. Wow. I was going to say, when I killed him, it took a second for the shot to register and actually cause him to explode. Oh, I love using this with more power. That is fantastic. It's like having a much more powerful energy module, which of course has now been reworked. Ah, hello. Well, I'm dead. I just saw him use the new power module as well. It gives you full energy when it's used, rather than giving you a passive. Oh, thank you again, my ally. That's an adorable little robot. You just saved me. Yeah, and now he's saying we're hacking again. That's interesting. You see, this is why I normally have chat off when possible.
The enemy plutonium crystal is nearly destroyed.
Oh wow, our reactor has almost been destroyed on a side note, and none of us are paying attention to that. Especially me. Thankfully, they're on their last seam, so as long as we can destroy this, we win. I had nothing to say there, just allow the chat to burn itself out. Hey, I won by a fair margin. 9 kills, 1 death. Thank you to the allies who managed to keep me alive throughout the entire battle. And let's see what I get from the plutonium crate. I did at least level up from that elimination I did. So we're now close to level 69, which I'm sure will give a lot of people a good giggle. Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? Really? 2 battles in a row, the rarer, more expensive item, by far, is it? Oh, yeah. How much do they cost these days, the Proto Seekers? Now remember, I got most of these other than 2 from that problem with the factory, so I only really have 2 in stock. They're 10,000 each. That is so much money, and at the moment I need these. I want to use the larger sprinter legs. The carry mass is 3775. Is that shown in the advanced robot thingy? Total mass 8,000, we have 2 of the legs, so yeah, that would be too heavy, wouldn't it? Since the legs can deal with 3,007, almost 4,000, yeah, but how much mass do they themselves have? Because of course that would be counted. Their own mass is 1,900, so I'm assuming that isn't counted in the carry mass. So I don't think we are too heavy, but it may still be that's the case. I don't really know. Either way, though, I actually had quite a lot of fun with this robot. It feels quite good to use, so I think we'll have another use of this robot in another battle arena and see how we do there. And then, perhaps in the future, I'll make other videos building very large robots or building very small robots, and we'll see how they do. Is there any way to disable chat? Next battle, once again on the new map. At the moment, the most likely map you'll get into when you're playing Battle Arena is this one, so it's not overly surprising. I think the least likely is the crater map, so we're probably not going to see that for a while, but we're going to be seeing this quite a bit. It's something like 30 to 40%, I believe, in terms of the chance. Okay, I'm not going to go there on my own, so I'm just going to try and help out with this tower if I can. I do believe the legs may be overburdened, I don't know. I remember using the legs briefly in tests when they first came out, and they definitely felt faster than this, even when at lower overclock, so I don't really know. Not going to fire at him just yet, don't really want to give away my position until now! Plasma everywhere, shiny effects. Go for his legs a little bit. Okay, now let's swap over to the other weapon. Mal meaning now, of course. He's dead set on killing someone, I don't know who it was, but he's dead set on that one person. A little bit of a twist there. Okay, we're all good. Plasma just hit over there though, so it's still definitely fighting coming our way, but I really want to grab this tower. Behold the power of almost endless plasma! I feel like if our bot was a little bit smaller, we could almost actually have endless plasma. Because it's not that far off. Although we do run out of energy using it, it's not quick. I'll be taking this, thank you. There we are, 2 towers for us, and the overclocking bonus is ours. More power for us. The tower they have is the one over there, which makes sense as it's the closest. Is that an enemy robot or a bit of terrain? I think it's a bit of terrain. I've got to say, this map looks awesome. All credit to the dev team for that. I feel so slow in these legs. I really do think it's just a matter of being too heavy, perhaps. Or maybe it is just being low overclock and not being used to that since I don't normally play Battle Arena. It could also very well. But look how fast he is. In comparison, he is definitely faster. As I think it might just be in my head. Little shield butt there getting destroyed. 2 very lucky battles in which we're just outright winning. I'm okay with that. As a re-entry to the game, I am completely fine with that. Long range plasma. Look at those particle effects. So glowy. Okay, he's gone. Oh, here's a flak. I should not have jumped. I feel like my lasers are actually better than my plasma. I mean, to be fair, it's quite a small plasma, but I've got the maximum fire rate with them. But I also have the maximum fire rate with my lasers, so that's a kind of moot point. Wow, that was unfair. That was so, look at that bot with the sudden change shredders versus that poor thing. I would love a blink module or something on this bot. Now, faster now at least, but still not particularly quick. Can jump a fair bit. I think that's the last. This is now the last I'll talk about that, because I've definitely spoke about it too much, and I think it's all in my head. But either way, I'll check. Yay, 69. I'll check after in the test mode. I'll remove a load of weight and everything. We'll see how it does. But that was a ridiculously easy battle. Hey, we got top again. Go us. I've no idea how. I guess because we did so much crystal damage. I suppose that's probably the reason. And 69. Okay. Yes, that's more like it. Put that down here. Okay, that's better. The Bat Rudder. A rare and stylish form of rudder. Okay then. And then from the actual battle. Yeah, it's worth something to sell, I guess. I saw Epic, got really happy. It's a radar jammer. I never use them, just ever. Either way, let's see how much the radar jammer is worth. That is actually less than I was expecting. 3 times recycling rate with premium time. I've heard a lot of people complaining about that, to be honest, but I haven't got an opinion on it just yet. So what do we have? Okay, let's just test out. Okay, what we need is a speedometer. So what I'll do is I'll go onto my other account, the press account, which has everything, and I'll go onto that, and then from that I'll check if this bot's overburdened. I can just put it on the store and then purchase it with my other account, since I'm not accepting the earnings anyway. As you can see here, by the 10 million robits. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to cut the episode here. This is just me getting back into the game, figuring out how things work. If people would still like to see Robocraft, then I'm not against making more. If I do make more, the first 2 videos will be making a small robot and making a large robot to see the differences and to see if either of them really has a preference for me. Having 2,000 CPU worth of stuff is pretty enticing, but also having a small bot with just weapons that almost never run out of energy would be very, very cool. So, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me and helps out the channel. Goodbye.